Hello neighbors, my name is Jeremy Holbrook and I'm the director of the Big Idea Camp. We're a nonprofit group that gets to partner with some schools in the area to develop, work on character development and character development curriculum. And to be quite honest, in the last few weeks we've had some issues in our local community, some things that truly concern me, concern our organization, and I know concern the families of our area. And today we wanted to take a couple minutes to talk about some serious things. Kind of consider this a neighborhood chat, some things that maybe we as adults, we as families, and even students need to know some truth. So let me start with this. There's some misconceptions. It's kind of like a veil we need to pull back and be able to discuss as people. The number one thing for students, I want you to know this is true. Troubles exist in your life. Depression, anxiety, self-doubt, low self-esteem, it's there. It exists. Well, guess what? For adults, depression, anxiety, self-doubt, low self-esteem, it happens. But one of the bigger differences is, and this is something we need to truly consider, when we're younger, we really believe that the problems are permanent. Whereas we get older, we start to realize that these seasons of problems are actually passing. That's one big issue I really think we need to start to talk about. The longer we go in this thing called life, the longer our timeline, the more we realize that there are seasons. And sometimes we make really crazy, big time decisions that last forever over a feeling that is really temporary. And I want to talk about some misunderstandings. Some of us adults act like we don't have those issues. We cover it up or we pretend that we don't because we have fears about what everyone else thinks of us. That's us as adults. And I think sometimes kids look at us adults like, man, they've got it all together. They won't even understand what I'm going through. And so kids either A, don't talk about things that are serious with adults, or B, kids see through the facade, the fakeness that we have things put together, and they're like, you know what, I'm just not going to add any more mess to that adult's life. Big time misunderstanding. And so the problem that creates is this disconnect between communication with adults and kids because of the facade that we have it all together. So let's talk about some truth. The truth is that depression, anxiety, self-doubt, low self-esteem, and even being afraid of the opinion of others, it happens to all people, all ages, all the time, always. And even our past, especially those of us who have trauma in our past, it can creep back into our lives like a heavy anchor that is just dragging us, reminding us of all the times that maybe something didn't go right or maybe we messed up or our failures or mistakes. So here's a statement I am begging each person to get to know personally. Whatever is mentionable is manageable. If we can talk about our feelings, it can help us get to the point where we start to shape it instead of it shaping us. And that's extremely important. And finally, my hope is that for everybody listening, is that you find some people in your life that you can trust. If you're a kid, I want you to find an adult that you can trust, being vulnerable enough to talk about your feelings. Adults, I want you to look for other adults, but kids as well, that you can take time and listen to. Let's take time to listen to each other. Let's take time to encourage one another. And maybe we can make this neighborhood a better place.